What's up, fellas? So I'm now brought to a dilemma, and that dilemma is that I was originally planning to apply for the Chase Sapphire Reserve soon. That way, I could gain access to the new Chase Sapphire Lounge in Philly for my upcoming travel this year. The only problem with that being is that its baby brother, the Chase Sapphire Preferred, has a limited time welcome offer of 100,000 ultimate reward points that expires May 15th of this year. So by the time this video comes out, you may only have a few days to grab that for yourselves. But as for me, I now had a pretty hard choice to make, as the Chase Sapphire Reserve only has a 60,000 point welcome offer. So do I get the Chase Sapphire Preferred and lock in that 100,000 point welcome offer but miss out on the lounge access? Or do I get the Chase Sapphire Reserve and miss out on 40,000 ultimate reward points? Well, if I were to give a straightforward answer, I'd have to say the Chase Sapphire Preferred. That way, you're only paying the $95 annual fee and getting 40,000 more points when compared to the Chase Sapphire Reserve's $550 fee. But this is when I thought of a third option. That being, would I be able to just get them both? So I did some research going through Chase's terms of service as well as Reddit and other sources, and found that you're not eligible to apply for a Sapphire card if you already have one. So say if you just applied for the Chase Sapphire Preferred, you wouldn't be able to just apply for the Reserve as well. But what happens if you apply for the Sapphire Preferred and then upgrade an existing Chase card to the Reserve to effectively have both Sapphire cards? One for the elevated bonus and one for the lounge access. Well, just looking through Reddit real quick, it seems that there are some data points showing that it's possible. Now, I couldn't find it anywhere, but I assume since the Chase Sapphire Reserve is a Visa Infinite card, that the card you plan to upgrade from would have to have a $10,000 limit. Sort of how you need $10,000 on a Chase Bonvoy card to be able to product change to the Ritz-Carlton card. Luckily for me, I have two personal Chase cards that I potentially could upgrade to the Chase Sapphire Reserve. The Chase Freedom Flex with a $4,700 credit limit, and the Chase Freedom Unlimited with a $6,600 credit limit. With this in mind, I went ahead and called Chase customer service and requested to move $4,400 of credit limit from my Freedom Flex over to my Freedom Unlimited. This way, I'd have a $10,000 limit, so my plan is to apply for the Chase Sapphire Preferred, and then as soon as I'm approved for the card, assuming I am, call up Chase customer service and request a product change from my Freedom Unlimited to the Chase Sapphire Reserve. If that sounds like a plan, sit back, grab a drink, and let's get started. Alright, so it's now time to apply for the Chase Sapphire Preferred, which I'm just super excited about because I've compiled so many Chase points and I've never had a transferable card with them. So I'm going to be using my good buddy Jordan Rules for Credits link. It's right in his description. Make sure to check him out, but here is the link with the 100,000 bonus points. So I'm going to hit apply now. Actually, before I do that, I almost forgot to unfreeze my credit, which would be the second time I've done that. So I'm going to do that and then come back. Okay, so now I'm just going to fill out all this information and I'll come back to you once I'm finished that. Welp, my audio cut out on this part of the video, so you get voiceover, Sunny. Ooh, the anticipation is crazy. It's insane. I really wonder if I'm going to get approved for this card. And there we go. I've been approved for the Chase Sapphire Preferred with a $5,000 credit limit. I honestly don't remember what I was yapping about, but it's now time to call Chase customer service to see if I'm able to product change up to the Sapphire Reserve. Now that I'm approved for the Sapphire Preferred, I'm going to try and upgrade my Chase Freedom Unlimited to the Sapphire Reserve to see if you can really get two Sapphire cards at the same time in one day. So I'll just be calling the number on the back of my Chase Freedom Unlimited.
How can I help, sir? Thank you.
Yeah, I'm looking to upgrade this card to a Sapphire card.
Thank you so much, sir, for your interest in the Sapphire card. All right, you have a Freedom Unlimited Visa card that is doing the product change for you, okay?
Can you
Not
just
a problem, sir.
Can you make sure that's
It's a really good choice. Mhm.
Can you make sure that's the Sapphire Reserve, not the Preferred?
Reserve.
Yes.
The card that has the $550 annual membership fee.
Correct.
Once again, sir, from the Chase Freedom Unlimited Visa Signature Card, you will now have a Chase Sapphire Reserve card. Your card will arrive in 5 to 7 business days in a plain white envelope with no Chase logo for your protection.
All right, so we see it is possible to get two Sapphire cards within the same day. So it's now been a week since I was approved for the Sapphire Preferred and upgraded to the Sapphire Reserve. And I now have the cards with me, and let's just say that the Sapphire Reserve I think is my favorite looking card now. I'll show both of them real quick for y'all. So here we have the Sapphire Preferred, which is a card I've been wanting for years and years now, and I finally got it, and now I'm able to transfer over to transfer partners, because before this I obviously didn't have a Sapphire card to transfer my points over. It's a really nice looking card though. I really like it. It's pretty metal, honestly. I mean, it does kind of bend a bit. It isn't as durable as the Amex Gold. Actually, it's kind of the same, but it's definitely not as durable as the Venture X. Like this thing's a beast. But still, a really nice looking card. But moving on to my favorite looking card that is in my wallet now, the Chase Sapphire Reserve. I mean, well, get in focus first. There we go. I mean, just look at this card. It's just beautiful. I really didn't expect how black this card was going to be. Like, in the camera, it kind of looks navy blue, but in person, I'm telling you, it's like straight up black all right here, and then you just get a nice blue accent, which in the right lighting just looks really, really nice. It's definitely a bit more durable than the Sapphire Preferred. Like, if you just do a quick bend test, this is the Reserve, this is the Preferred. This is a pretty good amount of pressure, and the Preferred is bending a little bit more. So it looks like this has more of a metal plate on the front of the card versus the Sapphire Preferred's metal plate. But anyways, awesome cards that I'm super hype about. But now that I have both of these cards, I'll quickly be going over how I plan to use them over the next year to get the most amount of value back from them. So for the Chase Sapphire Preferred, I plan on spending the $5,000 in 3 months in order to get the 100,000 point welcome offer. Also, I'll be using the full $120 in DoorDash credits to make this card pay me $25 to hold it year over year. And as for the Sapphire Reserve, I plan on using this card to get into the Chase Sapphire Lounge in Philly, which I'm just really excited about. I also plan on using the $300 travel credit as well as the $300 in DoorDash credits to make this card pay me $50 to hold year over year. Let me just preface by saying that I may not get that much value back, say in the case of an order being $9.48 on a $10 one-use credit, but it'll be pretty close as I can use the DoorDash credits for a pickup order at Wawa's since they count on DoorDash as non-restaurant orders. I may go more into this in another video, but all this to say that although I'm paying $645 in annual fees for these two cards alone, I'll be getting 100,000 ultimate reward points, $420 in DoorDash credits, and a $300 flexible travel credit, making me ahead around $2,000 in the first year and $75 in any subsequent year, assuming I keep both cards open, which I probably won't. And that's not even going into the value that I could put on airport lounges, which I'd probably give around $20 per visit. Now, just to show a tangible way of how valuable these points can be, I'll be showing you a quick example redemption that I found. So as most of you know, Chase transfers over to Hyatt, which is mostly one of the best ways to transfer your Chase points. So I'll be going over a Hyatt redemption for you guys going to Hawaii. So I narrowed my search to Honolulu around this area, and I found 3 hotels that match that, and I'm just going to pick the highest category and rating, which would be the Hyatt-centric Waikiki Beach. Please let me know in the comments if I said that wrong. But when you go to view rates, you'll find that you can either get a 1 king bedroom or 2 double bedroom, both for 20,000 Hyatt points, which is an equivalent to 20,000 Chase Ultimate Reward points. So say you want to visit this hotel in the end of August this year, you could visit from the 24th to the 29th for a 6-day, 5-night stay. Let's say you're going with a party of 4, you could just select book, and as you can see, it takes 100,000 points to redeem this award. So you could straight up just transfer your entire sign-up bonus on the Sapphire Preferred and stay in this room for 5 nights completely for free. Now, if you compare the same room with cash, you can see that if I decide to book this, total cost for this stay would be $1,598.41. You'd be able to stay at this really nice hotel completely for free. But that's all I have for y'all in this video. I was able to get both the Chase Sapphire Preferred and the Chase Sapphire Reserve in the same day in order to have access to the Preferred's elevated welcome offer as well as the Reserve's benefits. I hope this video will help some of y'all out in your own journeys in case you ever need both of these cars as well for whatever reason. If you want to apply to either the Chase Sapphire Preferred or the Reserve, I have links down in the description where you can go and apply, and it's one of the best ways to help support the free content on this channel. Also, if you want to snag the 100,000 welcome offer on the Sapphire Preferred, the final day it's offered is May 15th of 2025, obviously, so make sure you apply before then. There are also some data points showing that elevated welcome offers linger a bit on referral pages, but it's not always the case. Please consider leaving a like and subscribing if you enjoyed the video, because just like credit card points, it's free. Apparently only 6% of you guys are subscribed, so let's try and get that number up a bit. If you want to see how I got a secret chase card, consider watching this video next. Also, YouTube thinks you'll like this one. I wish you all the best, and I'll see y'all on the next one.